Our first guest is a talented actor, a comedy legend. Please welcome, I love him so much, Eddie Murphy.
Hey. Hello, Ellen DeGeneres.
Hello, Eddie Murphy. How are you?
Love you so much too. Good, so good to see you.
It's great to see you. I wish you were here with me, but you're probably at your house.
I'm at my house.
Yep. Well, you look great. You look fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
I heard that you're turning 60 really soon. I don't believe it. I think it's a lie.
No, I'm be 60 April 3rd.
Wow, you look fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
How do you feel about it, number one? Do you care about getting older, and do you work out?
I haven't worked out in a bit. I need to get in the gym. And I'm comfortable with turning 60. I think every 10 years, I think whenever you turn that, it's like, wow, I'm this age. So I had a little bit of that, but I'm cool. I still feel like me.
Yeah, you look great. You seem as youthful as ever, and we'll talk about your movie in a minute. I have not aged at all. It's crazy to think about how long it's been since you did the last one. But anyway, let's talk about first. You have a couple of kids at home. Does that must help you feel younger because you've got so many young kids?
No, that's when you know how old you are, when you running around with these little kids and picking kids up and carrying them upstairs and all that stuff. Yeah, that's a reminder of how old you're getting, not how young I still am.
Well, I
got a 2-year-old son, a 4-year-old daughter, and I have a grandchild, my first grandchild, Evie. And
so how old is your grandchild?
He's a year and a half.
Year and a half. So close to the same age as your actual son.
Yeah, my son is 2.
And your grandchild is a year and a half.
Yeah, and my baby girl, she's 4.
Wow. And what does she call you?
She calls me Papa.
And so first of all, I have not had the pleasure of being in your house, but I almost went there after that party when you invited everybody over right after your daughter was born. Do you remember that? And you said, come on over, it's midnight, and everyone...
But it wasn't, that sounds like it was after my daughter was born. I said, a party! Netflix was having a party where they were honoring comedians.
Right.
Comedians that had got nominated for Emmys or something. And we couldn't go to that party because we had just had the baby.
Right.
And I told Ted, hey, why don't you guys all come over here? Then Ted came over with the Netflix party. And
right.
All of a sudden, it was a who's who was downstairs in my house.
Yes, I was at his house and we were all told, because you couldn't go there, to come over to your house. And then I was told what happened and what your house is like, and I regretted it immediately. It sounds like you live in a fun arcade in a mall. Like, it just sounds like you have anything you ever want to do is in your house.
Downstairs, when you have 10 kids, you have to have, it's a recreation area. So downstairs in my house, there's like an arcade you would see in a mall, with all the coolest games and stuff. And we have a bowling alley downstairs and a movie theater downstairs. So it's a level where all that stuff is.
So yeah.
But not the whole house.
So no, I wouldn't imagine you have a fun arcade in your study. But I mean, still, what a great place if you have to be in lockdown. I would assume every single one of your family members and friends joined you and stayed in your house for lockdown.
No, just my kids. It was really locked down for real. It was my kids could come around, my mother could come around. My mother is older, so that we had to keep it so if you were outside of that little bubble of family, you couldn't come in.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was just wondering if everybody was because they'd want to come in. I'd want to hang out at your house. I heard, by the way, that Paige is Australian, but I understand the only accent you can't do.
I can't get the Australian accent. It's too close to Australian and British and New Zealand and South African are all so kind of close. I can't get the Australian one. I can't do it. I can't get it. I hear her every day. She doesn't even sound she has an accent to me. So she's no help at all.
Right.
But I can't get that accent.
I want to hear you try it, though.
What do you want me to say?
Ellen, I miss you so terribly much. Please come over and hang out with me.
I can't say all that. Anyway, listen to tell you much. Please come over, hang out with me. See, it sounded horrible.
Oh, that's
it
all right.
Terrible.
A tiny.
That was terrible.
You had 2 words in there that were Australian. 2.
I do it terrible.
Yeah. No, it wasn't bad at all. Hey, I want to talk to you about this. So you discovered something about your family history. You did one of those DNA tests or whatever it is?
Yeah. I didn't do it, but yeah, they found out that that had some cool history stuff. Who was it? Ramesses III. I'm in the same. We have in the same paternal line as like my father's 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 father was Ramesses III.
Right, like royalty, like Egyptian royalty.
No, that's kind of fly.
Yeah, it is really cool. So coming to America is very closely related to who you are.
Yeah, I'm really of the house of Pharaoh.
Yeah. So I want to talk to you. We have to take a break, but I want to talk to you about, because you were going to get out there and do stand-up, and I need to talk to you about what's going to happen with that, because everyone's waiting for it. So we'll take a break. We're going to talk about that and much more with Eddie. We'll be back. That's Eddie Murphy, the clip from Coming to America. So 33 years since the first one. That's amazing. It's crazy to think it's been that long. Tell everybody what this one is about.
This is the continuation of that story, the people that saw the original Coming to America. This movie is about, because we went off to live happily ever after in our fairy tale life. And in this movie, our happily ever after is interrupted by a very modern problem that we have to deal with. And that's what the film is about. Yeah,
that's a good way to do it without giving it away. It's very funny. It's really, really funny. And there's so many people back from the original one, so that must have been so fun to have everybody together again after that long.
Yeah, it was surreal because it's been so long, and it was kind of like going back to your old high school and seeing the people you were in high school with, and giving your schedule, and you had to go do your old daily schedule. It was surreal. But there was a warmness on the set that I didn't feel on other movie sets. It's because the movie became like this cult movie. There's this warmness and affection for the picture. Everybody that was in it, really happy to be part of it. So all that was on the set every day.
Yeah, and everybody is so happy that Twitch is, we were talking about a huge fan.
Absolutely. I mean, it's easily one of my all-time favorite movies. And obviously, like it's great to see a lot of the people return. And I just got to ask, man, how was it getting back into Randy Watson after all these years?
Randy Watson is the most rewarding. Yeah, that's a very funny picture. Doing Randy Watson is hard to do because it's a 6-hour makeup. So while I'm doing it, I'm not having fun while I'm doing it. Like it's usually, 2, 3 in the morning. But it's the most fun for me to watch when it's all cut together. Right. That's what makes me laugh. That character makes me laugh. He's the most rewarding. But it's not fun to do.
Oh my God.
None of those makeups. We do 6-hour makeups. It's not. By the time you get to the set, you are not having fun.
It is so hilarious, though. That character is my favorite character. I mean, that is so funny for me to watch. But I was thinking that, like, all of the people that you do in the movie, all the characters, I was thinking of how much work that is for you to do every single character.
So much work. And what's a trip that lots of people don't even realize, that that's us. That was part of the marketing when the movie came out. They would say Eddie Murphy and Arsenio and all these different characters. But if you're like, if you were born in the last 20 years, when you see Coming to America on TV, you don't read the credits. You just see an old Jewish guy. You think it's a real guy. A lot of people don't know that we're those characters. Yeah. I was talking to just Oprah last week, and she didn't know that I was the old Jewish guy. She was like, "Yes, that's you too." I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah. No, the old Jewish guy is like, that's the hardest one for me to recognize as you. It's really, you're covered up there. So will you do Coming to America 3?
And, I have an idea for a Coming to America 3, but it can't take place for till I'm 75. Like you have to wait 16 years.
But do you understand what that's going to be like for you to sit and make up that long when you're 75?
I don't know. I don't think that the barbers will be in the third one.
Okay. All right.
The barbers and the old Jewish man would have long since have passed on. I think I'll be playing like James Earl Jones's character in this movie. I'll be playing that role. I'll do it mostly from the bed.
And Randy Watson will be interesting at 75 too, but that would actually be fun.
Yeah, he can be fun at 75.
All right, real quick, because we're running out of time, but you were saying that you were going to do stand-up again. You were working on material. Have you been working on material, and are you still going to do that?
Well, I don't know. Working on material is the right word. Material. It's not, because I never write stuff. I never wrote stuff on the pad and was in love and had the material. My stuff always came from conversation. Like I'd be talking and I'd say something funny. And back in the early days, I'd go right to the clubs and try it out. And now if I say something funny, I just put it in my little phone and I have my, like, a little, oh, blah, 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 blah. So I got like, 2-3 hours of 1-2 line premises that I had to put some structure to, and then I could have a show. But I wouldn't exactly call that material.
I would say you found the title of your stand-up special, blah, 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 blah. That's the special. That's the name of it, and we'll all get it. Everybody here will...
Given my advanced age, that's apropos.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Andy. Ellen asked me to remind you to subscribe to her channel so you can see more awesome videos, like videos of me getting scared or saying embarrassing things, like ball peen hammer, and also some videos of Ellen and other celebrities, if you're into that sort of thing. Oh! God!